Hi, it's Miss Pitzel, the Upper West Library, and I'm book talking The Jewel by Amy Ewing. This is the first book in the Lone Cities trilogy. It is a fantasy romance. So it's called The Jewel because in this dystopian society, like I said, it's fantasy. Royalty live in the center part of the city, which is called The Jewel. And then all the outer rings are the poorest rings. So our main character is Violet, and it's told from Violet's point of view. Violet comes from the marsh, which is the poorest part, but as a young girl, she was taken from her family and trained to be a surrogate. Yes, that means have the baby of the wealthy. And not by choice. All the girls who are selected as surrogates have what are called augury powers. They can change the physical appearance of something. They can make things grow. Believe there's 3 different kinds of auguries. She is extremely talented at the growth one. All these girls are eventually, at a certain age, auctioned off to the wealthy. So yeah, she literally goes on the auction block, and she is bought by the Duchess of the Lakes, who's one of the founding 4 families of this. And Violet finds out that the Duchess expects her to produce a very specific type of child because with their augury talents, they can produce very specific children. Violet is given all the amenities. She's given clothes and jewelry, and she plays a cello, so she's given this beautiful cello, all these things. But she's also introduced to the Duchess, the first time she actually meets the Duchess. The Duchess slaps her to let her know who's in charge. So it's, she knows that. And she's not, once she goes to the Duchess's house, nobody calls her by her name. She's called the surrogate. That's so, and they're treated like pets because there's different points where literally sometimes they have wrist cuffs when they go out with the Duchess to parties and things. Sometimes they have a leash around their neck. So yes, the longer Violet is in this world, she realizes that it's cruel. She's always known she'd rather have stayed in the marsh with her family and been poor. There are nefarious schemes, as we learn, that there's different schemes going on, including murder, just being one part of those schemes. But there is a star-crossed lovers, because as I said, it's a fantasy romance. So she meets, in the household, she meets a boy named Ash, who has been a purchased companion for the Duchess's niece. And they fall for each other because they see each other, and they're both in somewhat of a similar situation, that they've both been purchased and are living lives they don't necessarily want to live. I loved the romance between the 2 characters. I loved the intrigue and the nefarious plots, and I really want to start reading the next book right away. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. And this was actually recommended to me. I gave it to a student who's like, oh, this is really good. So I started recommending it to other students, and then they want to read. So yeah, this is not just Miss Pritzel recommended, it's student recommended. So if fantasy romance is what you're into, I think you would enjoy this one. All right, have a fantastic day and keep on reading.